afternoon, guys. Kevin here with Texas Veteran Lawn Service. I want to talk to you real quick, just a couple minutes, about dealing with customers that have a little bit of an attitude. So, in thinking about, do you want to let them go, or, is it one of those things that it's every once in a while, or what does their attitude consist of, and what is their attitude towards? And is it just their personality, or are they really being a turd? Well, I have this customer. Well, I have many customers that sometimes they forget to put their water hoses, roll them up, and some of my customers don't have water hoses; they have irrigation systems. And so I have this one customer that has 3 water hoses. 2 in the front yard, 1 on each side of the house, and then 1 in the backyard. And here in Texas, you do want to water pretty frequently. And so they're watering, and I mow their yard every week on the same day. Okay, and this has happened before, with other customers. And so after a couple of weeks, almost a month really. Actually, I've been mowing their property a couple of months, and it's happened every single week. I've had to do this. I've had to roll up their hose every single week and get it out of the way so I can trim and mow. Now, last week, I texted them, communications through text message. I said, hey guys, I was wondering if it's possible when you guys are done watering for the week, if you could roll your hoses up by Monday, so when I come by, I don't have to roll them up every week. It's not something that we do for our customers. We normally just go around the water hose, and it's not something that we do that's in our job description. And anyways, he said, sure man, no problem dude, I can roll it up each week. I said, okay, great. And so following week, which is today, go out there to mow it, and hoses are out. And I didn't even say anything. I texted him, let him know, hey, I was on my way. And he said, his exact words were, I forgot to roll the hoses up. You can either move them yourself or wait till next week. So that was it. He didn't say anything, and I received that as an attitude. Now how we receive things most of the time are based on how we are feeling at the time. Now, he could have not meant anything ugly by it. He could have just meant now if he would have said that in person, hey Kev, man, I totally forgot to get them. You could either, move them yourself, or, if you want to wait till next week, I completely understand. Okay. Now, if he said that in person, that might be I may have received that different, but I added in those couple of words, I completely understand if you want to wait till next week. Now, those words were not used in the text message, but those words, if they had been used, would have changed how I felt about the situation. So, remember me, guys, I'm always telling you, it's not what you say, it's how you say it that determines the outcome and the direction of the conversation. And that's, totally true. So, we're pulling up to our other property here. I went ahead, I didn't text back, I went ahead and mowed the property, and I was thinking about what I want to say, do I want to continue to do it? Now, here's the other thing. Every week, I'm there every single week on the same day mowing the property, okay? Nothing changes, unless it's weather, and then it's the next day or the day before. And every week, I'm having to chase down my money, and I hate that. You should not have to do that, because especially if you're there at the same time or same day every single week, it's not like, you come every couple of weeks, 3 weeks, once a month, I totally forgot to get out there, I'll get it back to you. No, that's not what it is. It's every single week. I don't get my money until Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and I do put reminders out, at the end of the day. That's why I let you know I'm on my way, and I let you know when I'm done, for those to make sure they have money out, or they pay me by quick pay, and it's done. I have no problems, with customers. I send those friendly reminders out. Now by Friday, if I haven't received it, then I'll shoot you a message. Hey, just a friendly reminder for payment for lawn service this week. You guys have a great weekend. And I normally get it within the next day. But most of the time, most of my customers are pretty good about paying as soon as services are done, or as soon as I say, hey, I'm on my way. For those who use QuickPay, when I say I'm on my way, they just take that second or two, they hop on their app, and boom, they send it. It's just that fast, So when you have to chase down your money, it's such a pain. Whoops, sorry about that. Putting up a sunshade. You guys really need to put one of these on your dash when you're out working. It blocks out, 10, 20%, 30% of heat. I don't know. And you shouldn't have to chase your money. So, and I also told the person, hey, you guys can use QuickPay or ZellePay. It's completely free. It takes 2 minutes to sign up. All you need from me is an email address, and every week you can send payment that way. Boom, 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 super fast. Don't have to worry about putting stuff out. So that's the guy calling from Kubota. It's my buddy William up at Kubota, Lansdowne Moody in Houston. I'm looking at buying another Ferris mower, so I'm gonna be calling him back. But anyways, so that was the other thing. I'm having to chase my money every single week, and I hate that. Okay, so after I was done doing the property, I made it look really good, as I always do. I rolled up the hoses, no problem. And when I was done, I sent him a text message after I got my money that he didn't pay last week, but he paid it today. So I got today's payment and last week's payment of today. So I sent him, that was all under the mat. So I sent him a text message and said, hey, good morning, Alan, or good afternoon, Alan. I just wanted to let you know that we will no longer be able to service your property due to rescheduling and changing our area of operation. We appreciate you being our customer for as long as you have. You guys have a great summer. Thank you. So I left it at that. I left it kind of in a closed message, so that way, it really didn't require a response. So when you're messaging people, depending on what you're trying to do, you can structure the sentence to be an open sentence where it's inviting another question from them, or a reaction from them, or a reply from them, or you can create it as a closed type of information, sending it to them to where they're like, okay, and then just don't say anything at all. And that's really what I was wanting to do. So mission accomplished on that. So I don't have time to deal with that. I don't want to deal with attitude. I don't want to chase my money, and I don't want to deal with having to move shit out of the yard, especially when it's all the damn time. All the time. Now, I do have a customer that has one of these sprinkler heads that are that kind of in the ground along the edge of their property in the front yard, between one yard and another. But that's real easy. That stays there. I don't have to move that because I take the trimmer and I just skim right across the top. It's only an area like this down one strip, and it's all part of my edging and trimming. So that makes it super easy. It's a straight line. It's about 15 feet long. Boom, you're done. I'm able to get the mower, by with no problem. That's not an issue. This other one, where they have the hose that's doing all this shit, looks like a fucking, Gran Turismo racetrack all over the yard. You can't work with that. It's not something you can go around, you can trim on top. And it's one of those flex hoses, so it's flat, it's like this canvas, and then when water gets in it, then it shoots up. If it was a regular garden hose that was like that, that might have been a little easier because you can skim across the top, it won't damage anything, but you can't with this stuff. And so it was a pain. So I had to deal with that every single week. So I let them go nicely, and they're not bad people. I just don't want to mess with that. That's the only thing. And there's enough customers in this area to where you can be picky with what's out there. I have customers that are moving, just outside of my area. They're having a house built, and they say, hey, we'd like for you to continue to cut our grass. Well, where's it at? It's over here. Oh, well, sorry. I used to service that area, but I don't know more. I was like, why? It's not that far. I said, I understand, but why travel more than a mile outside of where I live? Now, I work more than a mile from where I live, but I was choosing that as an example. Why work more than a mile outside of my area when there's tens of thousands of people inside of that area that I could service? And they said, well, that's a good point. So that's another thing to think about, guys, in route density. Once you're well established and you have a lot of properties, try to start making that circle like this. And if you can make that circle here, look at this. Look at that. Boy, that's just awesome, man. That came together like peas and carrots. Woohoo! So, once you're in this area right here and you saturate that area, then as you're, because there's no reason to go here or here or here when you still have all these houses in here you haven't even touched yet. So focus on that area, on talking to those people, on neighborhoods. Sometimes it become overwhelming. You see all these neighborhoods, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Focus on one area, one neighborhood for that month. If you want to hand out flyers, if you want to go door to door is kind of trickier. Door to door is a little easier with businesses than it is really with residential, but but I don't know, that maybe that's just me. But you can send out. Ben has talked about them before with Acme Mowing, DDM something cards. I forget. They're basically postcards. You mail them out. I don't know the name. DDM card. I don't know. Ben with Acme Mowing to know that. Go check out his channel. Him and his son JT are doing awesome work, man. I love their videos, and they're just really fun to watch. So, anyways, do that. You can do flyers, you can do emails, just all kinds of stuff. Just concentrate on one neighborhood at a time. But anyways, that's getting off topic. What I want to talk about, definitely more than a couple minutes here. So, but I just want to talk about letting customers go for things that you really just don't want to deal with. Attitude, stuff in the yard, and chasing down your payment. It's up to you how you want to deal with that. It's up to you if you continue to deal with that. If you continue to deal with that and you complain about it, that's your own damn fault. Okay? So you have a choice to change that. Now, if you keep cutting their properties and they owe you for 2 or 3 cuts, and then they pay you for 1 or 2, but they still owe you 3 or 4, and you're still cutting, and you're just like, well, if I stop cutting, I won't get my payment. Well, that's your fault, because you fell into that cycle, and you allowed them to fall into that cycle, and it drove you into with it. So you tell them, hey, you can pay this payment, and then you can pay half, of this other cut, and just make it towards little by little. And once you get up to where they owe you, where they paid 100%, drop them and move with someone else, and don't let that happen again. Don't mow a yard more than twice without them paying you. If it's a good customer, they're a little behind, okay, I understand, but normally, no, you don't need to do that, okay? With me, 9 times out of 10, after I mow the property, the payment is paid, or the payment for that cut is paid that week. Done. You owe it to yourself to not chase your money, because what's going to happen is you're going to not get paid, and it's your fault. It's not the customer's fault. They went along with what you allowed to happen. Anyways, I'm getting off track. I'm sorry, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that cool stuff. I'm growing my channel. We're going to have a 500 sub giveaway whenever we hit 500 people. We got some cool items from a lot of different vendors. Red Max, Echo Steel, Husqvarna, POULAN Pro, CCA, Magellan, some of the other things I can't even think of right now. And I'm building, or I'm adding more stuff to that winner's package. So that's going to be awesome. When we hit 475, I'll reveal the picture or the video of all of the items. The only reason I'm not doing it right now is because I'm adding to that. And then once we get, to that 475, it's like, bam, because I got my mind set on some things. I'm hoping I can get with some companies to get in here and hop on board and do that and help push their product as well. So I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm going to try to do that. And if I can, it works out. If I can't, at least I didn't tell you, hey, I'm going to have this, and then I couldn't have that. So anyways, guys, follow the rules in the video. It's titled 500 sub giveaway. Follow those rules in there. It's in the description, or watch the video either way. So I'm Kevin with Texas Veteran Lawn Service. You guys have a great week. Make that money. Be safe. And I will catch you guys next time.